My name is Patrick Glynn, and for my senior project, I researched the mental health benefits of physical exercise. To start off, it is statistically shown that individuals who exercise 2 to 3 hours a week typically have a better mental health status than those who dedicate less or more time. Now, what did my project exactly consist of? Not only did my project entail strenuous amounts of researching, but as well as my own physical participation within the project. About 2/3 of the articles I stumbled upon during my research were studies done on very diverse groups of people, whether it be individuals with mental health history, teachers during the COVID-19 pandemic, male basketball players, or even university students. Outside of the research, I was able to complete 35 hours of exercise. With the pandemic and my lack of experience, this proved to be quite challenging at times. Personally, I had never felt safe entering a public gym throughout my project. This is when I was introduced to the Nike Training Club app, which luckily became free for all when the pandemic first began, and in retrospect proved to be quite useful and helpful. As described on the Nike website, the Nike Training Club app gives you the tools, the motivation, and the support you need to become a better athlete. Join us to reach your fitness goals, no matter what they are. This app provides virtual workouts which include personal trainers to help motivate you. I was able to seek workouts by time length, trainer, the body area I wanted to focus on, and intensity of the workout. Without this app, I believe success would have been farther out of reach. Within this app, I was also able to record my hours, how hard the workouts were, and where I performed them. Along with my exercise hours, I decided to incorporate 100 push-ups a day for a total of 107 days. If I'm honest, this proved to be quite annoying, but I saw noticeable results. Continuing this daily routine post-project has been a consideration for me. In my findings, I found that there are numerous benefits from exercising, whether it be physically or mentally. When looking at physical benefits, the most notable are weight loss, weight gain, and general better overall health. These benefits solely depend on what you're seeking and what your end goal may be. If your goal is to lose weight, it is best to start out with general cardio exercises. These do not necessarily need to be done in large frames of time. In fact, according to Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, it is believed that running for 15 minutes a day or walking an hour a day is enough to start seeing results. If you are seeking weight or muscle gain, workouts that focus on strength training will prove to be most effective. This may seem challenging for those who have little to no equipment like myself, or if you are deciding to avoid public gyms at this time. The app I mentioned previously has a sorting feature where you can search for workouts that require no equipment, basic equipment, and full equipment. A considerable amount of my workouts required equipment that we all have, body weight. Along with changes in weight, you will benefit your general health significantly. According to Physical Activity and Fitness, a book published by Spinny Press, lack of physical activity and related obesity can lead to an increased risk of mortality and morbidity from certain cancers, diabetes, osteoporosis, and heart and vascular diseases. In fact, physical inactivity is fourth in leading risk factors of mortality. In regard to mental health benefits, it is commonly misinterpreted that the more you exercise, the more your mental health is improved. This is not the case. All forms of my research seem to suggest you stay within the 2 to 3 hours of exercise a week I previously mentioned. This is, of course, if benefiting your mental health is your main goal. Exercise has proven to decrease depression, anxiety, stress, tension, suicide attempts and self-harm, and any other forms of mental illness, as well as increases in overall happiness, quality of life, and self-confidence. It is often that doctors and other specialists will recommend physical exercise as treatment for conditions such as anxiety, depression, or any other stress-induced illness. As stated in Salem Press's Encyclopedia of Health, physical exercise affects mental health by releasing endorphins, or hormones that put the body in a pleasurable state. As such, exercise may be naturally reinforcing because endorphins may serve as a positive reinforcer. Another addition of my project included my community connection. For this portion, I decided to join Sean Doherty's strength training class for 2 class periods. Here, I joined a few of my close friends along with others I was able to establish connections with. It was evident that I enjoyed working out with others as they motivated me to challenge myself. This also quickly became a learning experience for me. Several students introduced me to new workout equipment and methods they've learned along the way, as many of them had much more experience in working out. Towards the end of my community connection, I interviewed a group of 4 students about exercise and mental health. I felt it was important to hear the opinion of those around me rather than solely relying on my research. The brief survey consisted of a few questions beginning with, do you feel as if you benefited mentally from working out? If so, explain how. One student said, yes, it has made me feel better about myself mentally. I have more energy and confidence in myself when working out. I've started to like the way I look, and that has boosted me from a mental standpoint greatly. For my next question, I asked students how often they worked out weekly. This was to see if any were part of the 2 to 3 hour recommended range. 2 students worked out 6 days a week. The others followed an every other day pattern as a part of their workout schedule. These particular students exceed the range, but that does not mean they do not benefit mentally. It is important to point out that all students participate in high school sports as well. It is also dependent on their reasoning of working out, which is obviously to build muscle. Therefore, they need to work out more. My final question asked the students whether they preferred working out alone or with others. One of the students seemed to share the same opinion with me on this matter, with their answer being, I like to work out with others because I feel like I've learned a lot about working out due to the help of others. They also help motivate me. I now feel confident enough to perform full body workouts alone because of what my friends and classmates have taught me. Whether it be backed by numerous resources or student surveys, physical exercise proves to benefit many. In fact, I was able to gain a high of approximately 8 pounds during this project. I even noticed a visual difference between before and after this project as I took photos to compare. I encourage those who do not work out to start a routine of your own in order to benefit physically or mentally. With the aid of my project, I hope some of you feel motivated to begin a journey of your own.
Does anybody have any questions for Patrick? Aside from your weight gain, what other noticeable differences did you see over the course of this semester?
I think I definitely felt happier with myself. Yeah.
And was it difficult to stick to the plan that you created each week?
A little bit, yeah. It was a little annoying at times. Like, if I was about to go to bed, I was like, oh, I forgot to do my push-ups. And then I had to do all my push-ups.
Nice. Anyone else have a question? No? Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I do have one.
yeah.
So the whole project was about just working out and seeing how that affects your mental health. Did you find that weight training or cardio works better for boosting mental health, or did you not?
I'm going to go with cardio. You ever heard of like runner's high?
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Gotcha.
Any other
Anything else?
questions? Great. Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah.